What a day. What a day to be a Colts fan, am I right? What a day to be a Colts fan. Here I am in my room just packing and stuff, and little do you know, a trade. Jonathan Taylor demands a trade. It's just the craziest time. I swear it is. Like, you never know with these players, man. You never know. It's as shocked as everyone else because you kind of got that suspense when you realize that he got on when he went inside the the bus with Ursay. You seen the disgruntledness yesterday when he was out there at training camp. Didn't talk to the media, kind of like moping around. It's like you can kind of sense it. So now this news just dropped, and it's like, yeah, he ready to get traded now. I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel. I know I see six people in here. How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing? I'm just sending the tweet out and stuff, so y'all give me a second. But it's crazy. This is a crazy time to be a Colts fan. Everything's up and up, and then yeah, this is wild. Everything's up and up, and little do you know, boom, this comes out. It's like this is terrible timing. It's terrible timing, man. It really is. It's terrible timing. I don't know how to feel. I really don't. The Colts gonna figure it out though. They're gonna figure it out. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna find a way to find something that's best for both parties. You're not gonna get a first for him. That's for sure. You're not gonna get a first. So you can go ahead and throw that out the window. You're not gonna get a first. He waited in the game. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Apparently, yeah. You should not. I'm not surprised at all. I mean, you kind of sensed it. You kind of sensed it. So the news is out. He's ready to go. Hey, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. But you can kind of understand the organization's part in this situation. Yeah, it's probably gonna be a second for sure. You can understand like the organization being patient with this because this is the same guy coming off of an injury. Like he's coming off of an injury and he had a fumble history. Like I don't know what you're expecting, like an automatic deal when the season you just had. Like the team was one of the worst teams in the NFL. First of all, yes, I get it from the agent standpoint where he mentioned he's one of the best players, well, the best player on offense. We get that, but the team in general just wasn't good. So anything he was doing wasn't really moving the chains at all anyway. So it is what it is. What up, Johnny? But like I said, you got to understand, like from his position, he came in the game and did some things that's like unheard of. He did some unheard of things in his rookie season. But I mean, he's been on the decline. He's been on the decline, in my opinion. I mean, he's still Jonathan Taylor. He's shown his flashes, but it's like, all right, what have you done for me lately? Basically, what have you done for me lately? I'm live talking. 1 second. I haven't gone live in a minute, y'all. Y'all gotta bear with me. I gotta remember where my buttons at. All right, we back. All right, I got my chat popped up now. I got my computer with me. I knew my computer would come good in hand. Can I get this screen off? I can't see. Say it ain't so. Please say he's not demanding a trade. He is. It just dropped. He's demanding a trade. Ian Rappaport is at camp as well, so he for sure, um, he's for sure doing that. Ian Rappaport was at today's camp, and Tom Pelissimo was at camp yesterday. I was at camp yesterday, which was pretty dope. So yeah, he just demanded that. But hey, Yeah, I think he gets traded. I think he gets traded for sure. I mean, I don't know who would be wanting to trade for a guy that's in his contract year, but we'll see how it goes. So top three landing spots, teams that need running back. Um, I know the Patriots need a running back. I'm pretty sure they're not going to trade for anybody in the AFC. So if it was NFC teams, um, hmm, let me get some names. You said Buffalo. Let me get some names in the chat. What teams you think you guys he'll go to? No one needs him in the NFC East. Maybe the Commanders. I was about to say the Commanders could use him. The Commanders could definitely use him. The Vikings could use him. I don't know who the Vikings got at running back. The Vikings would be a good team for them to go. Hmm. Let me think. Commanders, Vikings. They need a running back. They can use the JonathanTaylor. Uh, how could Ballard? It's not on Ballard. It really isn't. I mean, Ballard never said nothing. This whole process. This all started Thursday, so the Thursday and then the whole agent thing. This ain't got nothing to do with Ballard. You know how Ballard is when it comes to deals. You don't want to go out there and waste the money, but when you look at this running back market and stuff, it's like how much you gonna pay for a guy coming off an injury and a fumble history? I don't know. The Bills, Chicago, Miami, yeah, Miami. They could always be in the mix. I think they're about to go get a running back though. Chicago is a pretty decent move just because of the ties with Indianapolis. No, I don't think he's being challenged at all. Oh, his agent? I mean, yeah, his agent is definitely not normal, I would say. Is not normal. Somebody mentioned Dallas. Colts season over before. Nah, I wouldn't say it's over. I mean, to be honest, we were in a process anyway. Like when you look at this season, this is a process season because we got a rookie. We're still working everything out. Like I wouldn't say the season was over because I mean we don't have expectations this year. We don't. We got a rookie quarterback. We got a new head coach, new coaching staff. The offensive line is still adjusting to get back to their regular shape. So I mean, we're still in the process of like rebuilding. I would say we're still in the rebuilding process. So maybe a year or two. If you give us 2 years, yes. But no, I don't think this season's over when it's not even beginning really. Yeah, yeah. The news is crazy, man. The news is crazy. Shout out to Ian Rappaport though. I was supposed to be out there training camp today, but I didn't go. My flight is early in the morning, and I didn't want to go, so I didn't go today. I went yesterday though. It was pretty cool. I was there for the whole Anthony Richardson throw on the run to Alec Pierce 60-yard bomb that y'all seen. I was there for that, and I was there for the interview Shane Steichen, Bernard Ryman, Josh Downs. I could have got Dallas Flowers, but I didn't. Well, yeah, I think I got 4 players, but it was pretty cool. You was looking forward to seeing Richardson and Taylor, yeah, because Taylor was going to be a big impact for Richardson, man. He really was. Taylor's going to be there to help Richardson, through his growing pains and him still learning the game and things like that. Richardson was definitely we're going to get a lot of value off of Taylor, but to each his own, man. When you look at this team and you look at the NFL in general, I mean, you look at these guys and you see all of these teams without a star running back still making it possible to, get to the playoffs or, get some type of production out of them. Like, you see teams out there, like, look at the Eagles, for example. I mean, there's no Jonathan Taylor there, but they still made it work. I mean, scheme over team any day. So it is what it is. Of course, Jonathan Taylor is a good product, but I mean, you can always find, position of value in that when it comes to running backs because you don't need a top running back to be successful. You don't need a top running back to win the Super Bowl. You don't, and that's just me being honest. Of course, he's a good talent, and he's going to get you numbers and things of that nature. But you don't have to have a Jonathan Taylor to win the Super Bowl. You don't, and you had to have a dual threat. Those bull cow type running backs, those things are going extinct. They really are. They are going extinct. So you got to get you like a Christian McCaffrey or a Saquon Barkley, a guy that can do both. He can do multiple things. You got to get a running back that can do multiple things, man. So JT is just so smart. Can't believe he wanted to take this route. I think he feels that the Earthside comments just yeah, but the Earthside comments wasn't directly towards Jonathan Taylor. It was just bad timing, in my opinion. I think it was just bad timing. So more than anything, I think that was just bad timing. And his agent, I feel like he had a lot to do with this because his agent does not want Jonathan Taylor in here. If you guys follow his account, he's mentioned how he would like his clients to go some elsewhere, and then he's like liking other teams' posts when they're talking about bring Jonathan Taylor home and stuff like that. It's like I think the agent had a lot to do with it. But Jonathan Taylor still didn't get paid, so I do understand that. But it's like the approach could have been different. It could have been different, in my opinion. It really could have. We got solid backs already, Jackson Moss, etc. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, even look at the Falcons, for example. The Falcons, they get Bajan, they get a top pick. The Lions moved up in the draft and got a running back, and they had a good running back core the season before. You do what you got to do. Like, you can draft a good value. You don't have to have a top pick running back to be successful. You can find you a diamond in the rough because there's a bunch of Jonathan Taylors or guys that can do the equal amount of production that Jonathan Taylor does. You can find that. It's not hard because this running back position is definitely on the brink of end because there's wide receivers like Debo Samuel that can do what Jonathan Taylor does. It is what it is at the end of the day. We just have to be more realistic. Of course, I'm for guys getting getting paid and things of that nature, but you're going out there and you sticking up for yourself. I understand, but when you look at the brighter picture of the position that you're playing, it's going to be tough. It really is because we're in a passing league now. We are in a passing league, so it's not like how it used to be. This game is all throwing the football. Look at all of these guys. They got quarterbacks doing running back numbers. Like, what are we doing here? So it is tough. It is a tough situation to be in for Jonathan Taylor. I do feel for him, and I understand. Hey, you want to get paid? They're not finna do it. Send me somewhere else. Understandable. The agent stepping in and being so vocal on social media. Jim Irsay spilling his comments at the wrong time. It's like that's not really helping the situation. It really isn't. Good chat. Said the Colts do not have to accommodate this request, and once he's activated, he'll be fined for each practice that he sets out. JT has no leverage. Yeah, he doesn't. He does not have any leverage at all. He does not have any leverage. So, I mean, he's pretty much just doing damage to himself. Is Evan Hall good? Evan Hall's had a really good training camp so far. He really has. He's had a really good training camp. He looked good yesterday. I mean, all the running backs looked good yesterday, in my opinion. I think the running back department did really good yesterday in training camp, even though it was indoor. You guys know about the inclement weather. So yeah. What up, Larry? Joe said bye bye. What up, Joe? Long time no see, man. I'm still active. You know, I'm more behind the scenes now. I still post on here, but I'll be back once the season starts. Back spamming content, but I still upload shorts and stuff. If you guys stay posted like that, I post on Blue Stable as well. I'm currently out here now, in Indy, Westfield, where the training camp is. I was there yesterday. If you guys are just joining, so yeah, appreciate you guys. Running back next year class looks good. Yeah, what running back is most promising? You would say out of the group, not including JT. I like Moss. I like Moss and Jackson. I really do. Hall is a good product, but Moss and Jackson is really good. Moss is definitely an aggressive running back, so I mean that's fine. What could we get? The best offer is probably a second pick. You're not getting the first round for Jonathan Taylor. No, I don't. I don't know any team trading the first round for a running back. It's just kind of it's kind of crazy. But trade for Brees Hall. I like Brees Hall. I like Brees Hall a lot. I do. I do like Brees Hall. Twitter's just going crazy right now. You know, social media is going crazy because it is. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments, man, about this whole situation. This situation went left. It is crazy, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Trading Jonathan and Phil Yates just tweeted, where'd it go? Where did What up, Indiana Sports Talk? What's going on? Which one do you think will start week one? It's probably Moss, I would say. I say Zach Moss will start. Zach Moss had a really good training camp. I give him the go away to start week one. This team's not losing anything, guys. They really aren't. The Colts are not losing anything. Jonathan Taylor is a good value. He's a good talent. But the direction that the Colts are heading, they are not losing anything. They are actually saving money because we got a lot of contracts coming up. Michael Pittman Jr. is coming up. We got other players asking for contracts in the future. So like this whole situation is, I mean, it's upset that we love Jonathan Taylor, but at the end of the day, in the direction we're going, it's not going to harm us. It really isn't. Field Yates said trading Jonathan Taylor is going to be an extremely tricky proposition. While the Colts don't seem inclined to pay the top market up for a running back, they're also going to ask for a steep package in return. Finding a team willing to pay the trade piece and the contract price is really hard. That's exactly what I said earlier. That's exactly what I said earlier. It's going to be tough to find a team that's willing to take Jonathan Taylor and pay him. It's going to be tough. This is huge news. It is, man. It really is. I had to scroll up. We can replace Jonathan Taylor with the running back from Wisconsin next year. Jonathan Taylor for Brees Hall and second round picks from the Jets. Wherever he goes, it's going to be the same. Go get Kareem Hunt. Zach Moss is a hard runner. I love Zach Moss' game. I love his game. I love Deion Jackson's game too. I've been following him for a minute. Dalvin Cook is out there 2 to 3 games. Where JT going? I don't know. He's going to probably go to an NFC team, if anything. Sucks to see this, but it's the AR show. Wish JT the best wherever he ends up. I agree. 100%. Yeah, it did escalate quickly. It's crazy, man. It's a crazy time to be a Colts fan. You thought it was peaceful, and then boom, this happens. This happens. It's all good, though. But yeah, like yesterday, he looked really unhappy at camp. The pictures say everything, but me being there, I didn't even know he was there at first because he was like just in the cut. You know what I mean? He was in the cut, so it was tough. I was looking forward to seeing him, but he just looked disgruntled. I was like, all right. So we wasn't gonna get any answers out of him yesterday. We weren't gonna get any answers out of him yesterday. We weren't. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. Let me see. Go back to the comments. Y'all hear my mouse clicking? That's because I'm switching back from the chat and the Twitter just to see if I miss anything. Yes, delete this. Thank you. It's gone. Whew. I had an old head experience. I was trying to figure out how to get rid of this sidebar because it kept popping up. Where did I get left off at? Oh yeah, here we go. Do you think he might regret his decision? Because if he does come back, do you think the other teams in the locker room? That's another point that I wanted to mention. You know, when you're trading for a guy like Jonathan Taylor in his situation, and then you look at the agent and what he just did to get out of the current situation, the agent went on a crazy rant, and you're doing all this for a guy that didn't get a deal yet. This is the part that baffles me. Jonathan Taylor does not have a deal, but you have the nerve to sit up here and cause all of these problems when the running back situation and Irsay's commenting on the running back situation, but it wasn't really directed towards Jonathan Taylor, so you made it that situation anyway. You're doing all this for a guy that doesn't have a deal. So now, boom, he gets the trade request. What team is going to accept Jonathan Taylor's contract plus an agent who is ready to go rampant at any moment when things go sideways? What team is going to want that? That's a locker room distraction. That is a locker room distraction. What team is going to want that? In all honesty, I wouldn't want that in my locker room. Like, who would want to have this type of chaos when it comes to something little as paying a guy that's coming off an injury, that has fumble histories, and then you're coming off a down year as well? When you got other talent that's about to ask for contracts that's not having this problem. Like, who would want that? And this is the running back position. This isn't a quarterback. This isn't a safety. This isn't a corner. This isn't a linebacker. This is a dying position. It's a dying position. Yes, I am advocating for you to to get your agent all the money. I'm here for you, asking for talent to get paid. But you have your ways to do that. You don't have to go air it out publicly and then cause a whole scene, because there's still teams that need a running back, but you're making this a bigger distraction than what it needs to be. You saved him for me. I was about to order his jersey. I do have a Jonathan Taylor jersey in my closet, which is crazy. I might have to get rid of that. If anybody wants it, I'll be sure to probably give it away at any point. But yeah, man. At the end of the day, at the end of all this, how do you think it plays out for JT? I think JT's going to get his wish granted. I just think this puts us in a position to get Marvin Harrison Jr. a little bit faster. I don't know how you guys feel about Marvin Harrison Jr., but with no Jonathan Taylor, they might, bump us up a little bit. We might get our wish. Who knows? He said we don't need to worry about running back in the draft. We need to stack the defense and solidify the line. Yeah. Now, we should definitely stick with our running back group, DJ. You don't know if we'll trade Taylor yet? And one injury season, Colts wanted proof he can stay healthy. That's facts. That's facts. And Irsay mentioned that earlier at camp. He mentioned if he's going to be available. If you go out there and give this guy this money, and something else happens, it's going to be a waste. It's going to be a waste. This guy's coming off an injury. It's like a prove it season, basically. You got to go out there and prove to me that you can be available. And I don't have any problems with that as an organization. I don't. Arizona, I like that. It don't help AR. He got emotional about contract too early. Michael Pittman Jr. here, dog. You do running back, though, like Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, you do. Deion Jackson, I like him. I've watched him ever since we first got him. His first preseason game, he had that little breakout run against Detroit. He has spunk. He really does. But I think this running back room is really good to solidify, the presence that Jonathan Taylor, if he's not there. I think this running back room is going to be good enough. Plus, you do have Anthony Richardson now under your helm. You now have Anthony Richardson. You have a quarterback that can do both. So it's like, at this point, We're not losing anything. We aren't. We got a mobile quarterback now. We have a mobile quarterback. We got a good running back room that can bounce off the quarterback position. So I mean, this offense is still going to evolve. It's still going to evolve. We don't need any distractions. You get your wish granted. I mean, best wishes, and you move on. It's just that simple. You just move on. It's unfortunate he couldn't stay a Colt if he does get moved. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. When does Michael his contract year is this year? This is his year, so it is what it is. I mean, I don't know where he's gonna go. I don't. But this is a running back coming off an injury, man. Everybody, go ahead and get your Zach Moss. Get your Zach Moss hype ready. He's about to be in for a big year. And with this situation, it just opens up the door for another running back. You know, this opens up a door for somebody else. Next man up. You know how it goes. Next man up. Next man up, man. That's how it's been this whole time. Kenny Moore handled the situation so much better. Kenny Moore knew. And Kenny Moore's had a good training camp as well. When you know you had a down season and you know this is your contract year, you would probably have a different approach. You would probably have a different approach. You know what the situation is at hand. You know how the organization, they loved you. You know they drafted you. They gave you a chance. Yada, yada, yada. We get it. The whole story like everybody else, right? You get injured. You come back. You can't hold on to the football. You don't see the lanes like you used to. And now your year for your contract year is coming up. You would probably want to go out there and prove that you can be available. So it's like, it's nick and neck at this point. It's like, as a team, what would I do if I give you this money? Can I trust you? Are you going to be available? Best ability is availability. And as a player, you should understand that. You know what I mean? Especially when you're looking at this business as the NFL, you should know how they move. You should know how these teams move, man. Nothing should be shocking. The agent should have broke all of that down. The agent should have broke all of that down before all of this happened. Now, of course, we wasn't expecting this running back union with Saquon and everything, but Saquon had issues, and he wound up still getting a deal 1 year. And then after that, he can do whatever he wants. So why couldn't Taylor do that? Why couldn't Taylor do that? Is it his agent? Is it him? What is it? That's what I want to know. What's the situation with Taylor? If Saquon was talking about, sitting out and all this other stuff, and he still got a deal done, and he seems happy at camp, why can't we do that with Jonathan Taylor? You know what I mean? Like that's crazy to me. I mean, I'm not, like I said, Taylor is a human being. He do what he want. But I'm saying, if this is your peer, you should have looked at him at that same situation. You know what I mean? Like, this is the same thing. Of course, Saquon don't have an agent like Taylor out there speaking for him and blowing it up on social media. Saquon told him what it is, and he still got a deal done, and he's out there practicing. Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that? It's because the owner of the Colts is being real with you? Was he too real? Was he too blunt? It is what it is. Like, I guess this is life as an NFL player. I'm not an NFL player, but me on the outside looking in, like, come on, man. He said, Braylon Allen is nice. Oh, my God. Like, come on. We got to be real here, man. Like, these guys, we all know the running back position and the time frame to be a good running back is only a certain amount of years. You take so much damage, especially a guy like Jonathan Taylor, his rookie year, all of that damage he took. Come on, man. He took so much. He took so much. He had a really good rookie season, but it paid a toll. He got hurt, unfortunately. He came back. I've seen him in person. Like the running game is not the same like it was. It's just not. And you come into your contract year and the team's holding out because they don't know if they should trust give you this money or not. I don't know. It's crazy. I think what JT is the fact out that all the owners to fire back public USA was the first, but so somehow it's yeah. Like I said, the comments wasn't directed towards Taylor. Ursay comments was directed towards the running backs in general because they just spoke up about it. And you know, Ursay being Ursay, I guess he forgot that Jonathan Taylor was looking for a deal, and his agent just happened to bring it up on social media, so it just blew up in his face. Allen doesn't look nice. Any thoughts on the quarterback room? I like it. I like it. He's not going anywhere. Colts going to ask for a lot, and he's going to have to play. Nah, I think the deal is in the Colts' favor and not Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor can. I mean, this is not helping Jonathan Taylor. This whole situation is not helping him because one, you're any team that's willing to take an agent that's as loud as Jonathan Taylor's is, and that's Shaquille Leonard's agent, by the way, too. Any team that's willing to take Jonathan Taylor and take his contract and give up assets, best of luck to you. Best of luck to you. The asking price is not going to be, is not going to be, it's not going to be cheap, man. It's not. It's a lot. It's a lot because I mean the Colts don't lose anything in this situation. They don't. The Colts are in a rebuilding process. The Colts are in a rebuilding process, so it's like you're going to have a down season anyway. But you got a guy that's looking for a deal. I mean, if you get rid of him, you're not losing nothing because you're still rebuilding. You're still rebuilding, so you're not really losing anything. So like I said, it's interesting, man. It's interesting to see where they're going to go with this and how they're going to do it. But like I said, if Saquon could take a 1 year deal, and then you want to go anywhere after that, you got you grant your wish. It's just 1 year. This is a prove it year to show everybody that you can still be available. That last season's behind you. You can still put up a good product, a good stats and stuff. But this isn't helping him. This whole situation isn't helping him. It isn't. It isn't. One second. We know Jonathan Taylor's our best player, but like that's not saying much. The Colts is playing it smart though. It was always going to be a rebuild year. That's what I'm saying, kid. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm trying to say. It's a rebuild year, so if you want to get rid of, it's like all right. I mean, we got more contracts coming up anyway, so that's just one less person we got to worry about. Plus, I mean, if he goes somewhere else, JT for a conditional 6 round pick will take him. Nah, you're gonna have to give up a little bit more than that, and you're gonna have to pay him too. You're gonna have to pay him too. You're gonna have to take his agent with him. If something happened in Baltimore, God forbid, the agent gonna air it out on social media like he did over here, cause he ain't like Indianapolis in the first place. So, hey, you can have it all. You can have it all, man. You can have it all. Jonathan Taylor is our best player, but that's not saying much for a team that's rebuilding. I don't like that stance for real. I don't like that stance for real. The agent above. I didn't understand that agent at all. Like from the beginning, I didn't understand because he was so quiet at first. He was so quiet, and everybody was doing them. And then the agent comes out and he goes, "Oh, you should pay your top talent, the best player on the offense, the best player on the team." It was like, all right, come on, calm down now, calm down. Jonathan Taylor's good, but he coming off an injury and he had a bad season. Like, come on, let's calm down. Let's calm down a little bit. Like the Colts, The Colts didn't have a good year at all. So I don't know what your approach is on this stance, but let's calm down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I go to the training camp yesterday. I ain't know Jonathan. I didn't even know Jonathan Taylor was there. I didn't even know he was there. Like until I seen him over there hugged up in the corner. I was like, oh. And he had his hoodie on. Didn't want to talk to nobody. Couldn't interview him. I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna bang the anvil, bring him home. You know what I mean? So we couldn't get a word out of him. I seen Ballard. I wanted to talk to him, but he was busy, so I just kept him moving. I got on the shuttle with Tom Pelissimo. If you guys don't know him, he's always on TV. So I got on the shuttle with him, and then I seen him talking to Ballard, so maybe he already knew this was about to happen. Because Ian Rappaport said he was going to be at the camp today. Then nobody can. Yeah, no cap. I mean, I got interviews out of a few players and Coach Shane Steichen. Shane Steichen mentioned that when they asked about Jonathan Taylor, he said, "Well, he's here. That's the best answer he can get." Record prediction I got us winning 7 games. 7 games. Knock it off. If you see my Instagram story, I put up a funny picture of me recording the interviews because I vouched for myself. I said, you know what? I'm gonna find a pic. I'm gonna find somebody. I'm gonna find somebody that got a picture of me recording, and I found the picture. I think it was Keith, a guy named Keith. He was reporting too. But it was fun. It was funny. You talked to the head coach, shoot, knock it off. I'm about to air you out. I know it ain't Graven talking. That man besties. He got besties out there. I don't got besties. Every other day I see him with selfies, taking pictures. We just linked up. I'm like, dang. Hey yo, wait. The message. You see, yeah, I know, right? He got Lamar on his phone. You can text him right now. JT for Pollard. That's kind of crazy. How Pitt look in training camp? Pippen look all right. I think this training camp was more of the corners. Kenny Moore looked good in training camp. The running back room looked good in training camp. So that's what I'm saying. It's like the running back room will be fine. We got Anthony Richardson now too. So the running back room, the running game is not going to be an issue. It's not. The biggest issues is the offensive line to see how they're going to look. Bernard Ryman looked a little bit bulkier, I would say, when I seen him. I didn't expect that. But the offensive line is the biggest question. The cornerback room is the biggest question. Shaquille Leonard looked good, so trying to get rid of Thought. Yeah. Trying to get rid of Thought Master is crazy. AJ Dillon for JT. I don't know, man. Or is it Quadzilla? I think it's Quadzilla. I think I think it is Quadzilla. What they call it on Madden? That's Sa- I think they call Saquon Saquads or something like that. This way he can pay me back. He owe you money, man. Look, like I said, training camp was great. I got what I got out of it. The cornerback room, I seen Kenny Moore. He made some big plays. Shaquille Leonard looked good out there, loud as ever. Him and Tony Brown was the loudest ones. Was the loudest ones. You heard them all the way down the street. That's how loud they was. They were so loud. Tony Brown just wouldn't stop talking. He was running back and forth, talking. I'm like, man, this dude is amped up, ain't he? Shaquille Leonard was back to his natural self, which was good to see. So, I mean, like I said, to each his own, man. To each his own. Uh, the running back room looked. Evan Hall looked really good. Um, Jake Funk, running back from Maryland. I wanted to talk to him and Nick Cross because Maryland ties, but I couldn't. But I will next time. Trust me. But Jake Funk, He looked really good. I think Jake Funk is the fastest running back out of all the running backs. Not Darius Leonard. I don't know what to call him anymore, to be honest. We gonna call him Maniac. We gonna call him Maniac. Maniac, yes. But Jake Funk is probably the fastest running back out of all of them. So I'm looking forward to seeing how he's gonna play in the preseason. Jake Funk was really fast. He like a little short too. He like 5'7", 5'8", something like that. So he was like the fastest one. He took one cut and like went left and was gone like in 2 seconds. So he was the fastest one out of all. Evan Hall looked pretty good. Deion Jackson, Zach Moss. So I think the running game is gonna be solid. I do think Nick Cross spit snaps. Hopefully Julian Blackman can, because he's transitioning to the opposite side of safety. So I'm looking forward to see. Yeah, little Jake Funk from Maryland. Yeah. Jake Funk, he was there too. So that was pretty dope. It's dope seeing the Maryland guys, but we got a lot of players from Louisiana and Texas that I didn't know about. We got a wide receiver from Germany, Vincent Smith, who had a good day today. He's from Germany, and I started thinking about the game against the Patriots. I was like, that'd be a nice game for him. That'd be a nice game for him. It's gonna be like a home game, and it's gonna be dope to see. So, yeah, man, we learned a lot. We learned a lot in this little time. But this whole situation with Jonathan Taylor just went out of hand. And like I said, I don't think this situation favors Taylor very much. He's going to get his deal, but it's going to be like the asking price and what you're going to get. Hopefully he gets it done. I hope he gets it done. If he can stay a Colt, then that'd be great. If he moves on, it is what it is at the end of the day. We don't lose nothing. He's a dynamic player. But the Colts situation and stance on the season or where they are right now, they are not losing nothing. They aren't. They aren't losing nothing at all because we're still in a process of rebuilding and restructuring our team anyway. So to each his own. If we happen to get rid of him, we'll be totally fine. We'll be totally fine. So hopefully he can find a landing spot in the NFC. It's going to be a little toxic when he do match up with the Colts again. But we'll be talking about that in the future. You looking forward to Ogletree playing? Me too. The tight end room looked pretty good. I got to see Kylan Granson in person. Colts media love to mention how me and Granson almost look alike, but I didn't get a chance to tell him that. But it is what it is. I'll get my chance eventually. But yeah, that's the situation on that. I'm going to go spill my tea on the Blue Stable page now. So if you guys do follow the Blue Stable, feel free to do so. I'm about to head over there and spill my 2 cents over there as well. So you guys do that. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I know it's been a long time, but I am back. When the season starts, I will spam content like I usually do. I've been behind the scenes right now, but I still post shorts and stuff to still let you know that I'm active. Do you think they just extend JT with the Saquon? I did mention that earlier. It would be nice to have a 1-year deal. And how Saquon approached the situation was a little bit lighter. He gave him the situation what he wanted to do. It's a 1-year deal, so after that, he can do what he wants. I mean, JT could have took the same approach. He could have took the same approach, but he didn't. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is at the end of the day. So, like I said, hopefully both parties can figure it out. Hopefully we can get some good assets out of it. Hopefully some defensive players. But we'll see. And I will catch you guys in the future. So stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn on your notifications. Follow me on all platforms. I'm definitely all over the place. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely doing live games again. Definitely doing live games again. I'm about to pack my stuff and head back home. I'm out here in Westfield right now. Just went to Culver's, which is across the street. If you guys know where Culver's is in Westfield, I was just there. But, yeah, I'm about to head out, so I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is Culture Shock signing out.